It's always good news when a new surfboard model is about to be launched, especially when it comes from two of the icons of the surfing world. No, not me and Roger, but Dan Mann and Rob Machado. And this is their latest model, the Mash Up, which is based on a combination of Spitfire up front, Seaside at the back. We all know about the Seaside, best-selling board pretty much of all time in performance board terms. The Spitfire was a perennial favourite, which eventually got phased out. And this is a great reintroduction for the Spitfire coupled up with the Seaside back end. Let's have a little spin round first. It's got kind of a domed deck, which pairs down nicely into the rails. So all the volume is up the middle of the board, the volume that you need for paddling, catching waves. As you can see, it's nice and light. The rocker line is that of the Spitfire, so it's a performance-y, but not over performance-y kind of template up there. The volume runs nicely up to the nose. Wide point is about in the middle of the board. And then as you come into the tail, you've got that kind of familiar Seaside thinning out into the tail. It's not thinning out as quite as extremely, or it doesn't feel like it anyway, but you've got that nice shallow swallow to give you a squashy type feel, but even better release. On the underside, concave comes in, double concave comes in about there, runs all the way through, gets a little bit more extreme between the fins, and then goes all the way out the back of the board. So what you've got is a machine here, which can handle weaker waves with all that volume and the rocker line that you can see, thanks to the back half of the Seaside. But then you've got performance and release through that tail, and you've got a daily driver which is going to work in the majority of conditions. Now Firewire will tell you it's a full-on groveler. We don't agree with that. We don't think it's a full-on groveler. We think it's the board that sits just above your groveler, but will carry you through 90% of any of the waves you're likely to come across and surf. The helium construction, you know all about that. I won't bore you with helium, but it is brilliant. Suits this board really well. Fast response, snappy surfing. So what they've aimed to do with this board is give you low down power in weaker waves, so it's fast. We're not talking knee-high waves, we're talking waist-high. When it's a bit bumpy and a bit grovelly, it'll handle that fine. Nice and fast and feeling loose-ish in those kind of waves, but it's got the capability to take you right up to overhead waves, which are clean and powerful, where the board will turn quickly and responsively and turn vertically, and you can get real performance out of it. So it really would appear to do what it says on the tin, that it's a Swiss Army knife of a surfboard, and will do everything that most people need. Volume-wise, it's pretty generous. The 510 is about 30, just under 36 litres, and it goes up from there. So you're not going to surf this board, you don't have to go too big, but match up the normal volume you surf with the length you like to surf. Not going to suit everybody, but the way the dynamics of the volume to length work out, it's a very usable surfboard. It's online right now. It's going to be a monster seller, I think. We don't say that about all boards, but this fits in with what so many people need out of a surfboard: paddle power, but with performance, ability to deal with good waves, and the ability to progress as well, because it's generous volume-wise. Then it's going to be a smasher, I reckon. Like I said, it's online right now, 0% finance, trade-ins, all that stuff. And interestingly, later in the year, this board will be available in the AWT, the artificial wave technology as well. I think it's later in the year, don't know when, but it'll be sometime soon. And this will be a cracking little board for the wave pool as well. So there it is. Any questions, you know where we are. Instagram, all that other stuff. You can contact us or email, or even use a telephone and call us up. But it's going to be a very popular board to mash up, and we're stoked to be involved.